there. Thanks so much for stopping by to watch my video today. I am going to share in this video the one thing that I want you to start doing right now to start building more confidence. The one thing that I did that was a game changer, and actually this one thing is what you need to do to start doing other things in your self-growth journey and to start leveling up. It's really important. You can't do anything else out here if you don't tackle this one thing. So I want to share this with you, and let's get to it. So the one thing that I want to talk to you about that I really want you to just stop doing right now, that is going to change your life. When you commit to this, you tell yourself, this is the rule. I'm just not going to do it anymore. That's it. It's just making a decision to not do this one thing anymore so that you can really start to feel better about yourself. And that one thing is to stop criticizing yourself. Stop it. Just make the decision now to stop criticizing yourself. Now, we have this default thinking that is always just like running on repeat for many of us because we're not being mindful of our thoughts. In the deep recesses of our subconscious where our trauma lies, where childhood, traumas and criticisms that were, given to us and told to us when we were younger, that stayed there, that hurt us, and then we repeat this and we believe this. These become beliefs. And criticizing ourselves, we do this all the time, and we may not know this because we're not listening to our thoughts. So, and you're gonna see when you stop doing this, all of a sudden you're gonna know what it feels like in your body, even like the physical pain in your body. Some of it might start to go away. That stress pain, right? You're gonna feel a little bit more confident. You're gonna feel a little bit lighter. We criticize ourselves in a few different ways. Some are more obvious where we just come right out and say it, like I'm stupid, I'm lazy, I'm fat, I can't do that. I'm not able to do that. Those are some obvious ways, that we will, or like this shirt looks awful on me. These are just some obvious ways that we're just like, criticizing ourselves. But then we criticize ourselves by some other ways that are also thoughts, but also behaviors. So one behavior that shows like that is rooted in self-criticism is when we make a decision and then we doubt our decision. We just keep mulling over it and obsessing, and we're like, should I have done that? I don't know. Should I have, or I should have. Those are two expressions that you should immediately just take out from your vocabulary. I should have, or should I have. Because the doubting of yourself is rooted in self-criticism. You are not trusting yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You don't have the confidence in your choices and your decisions. So that is one way that is more indirect. And another example of an experience that can happen if there's, say, conflict with a friend or a family member or someone at work, and then we take that on and we obsess on that. And we keep going over, well, should I have said that? Or what did they mean by that? And maybe I should have said that. And again, the should haves, what you should have done. So these are some more indirect ways that we are criticizing ourselves, when we are not believing in ourselves, when we are not owning our choices and decisions, when we are not standing tall and being empowered in who we are and confident in who we are. I should have exercised today. I should have eaten healthier today. I should have woken up earlier today. I should have been nicer today. I shouldn't have cut that guy off in traffic today. The only way to know that you are an example of what we're talking about is to start listening to your thoughts and start writing those thoughts down. And right now, I'm going to tell you of a few of my favorite affirmations to have in your toolbox to start rewiring this default thinking. So when you are on this path and you're recognizing this, because the first step, you need to just recognize it. I wouldn't even worry about the affirmations in your first beginning of the process of changing your thoughts and changing your behavior. The first step is recognizing what is even going on up here, because it is every day, all day, and we don't even know. So I would just put your timer on, sit down, and have a pen and paper with you and just listen to your thoughts. Do it in the car. Turn the radio off and listen to yourself in the car as you start really being mindful and listening to your thoughts. And then once you know what your thoughts are and what your default pattern is, then I want you to start tapping into affirmations. Affirmations, they are one of the most important and just effective tools for rewiring your mind, and especially when you're really down with them. Like, I love affirmations. I've been using affirmations since I was even younger, not even knowing it. And even this negative thoughts that we have, these are affirmations. They're negative affirmations, like I'm so stupid, I'm so stupid, I'm so stupid, because an affirmation is a statement on repeat, right? Because that repetition, that constant repetition is what's going to rewire not our conscious thinking. We want to rewire the subconscious thinking, because you can tell yourself, I'm smart, I'm smart, I'm smart. But if you're not doing that consistently till you finally believe it, you're not getting to that subconscious. You're only getting the conscious thinking. And we really want to rewire subconscious thinking. That is what is leading us every day, are those subconscious thoughts, which turn or manifesting in our conscious thoughts, and those conscious thoughts are manifesting in our actions and our behaviors. Okay, so I want to share some of my favorite affirmations with you. Go ahead and grab a pen and paper if you don't have one already, and let me share a few of those with you. Okay, so I want to share a few of my favorite affirmations, and one of them is, there are like 4 of them. One came to me years ago, and sometimes you can ask for an affirmation if you believe in like this spirit around you, this energy around you, and you trust asking the universe. And if not now, maybe eventually on your self-growth journey you will. This affirmation came to me during a time when I just had a lot of negative thoughts about people in my family, and I was just like mulling over being in the victim mode, and this one did this to me, and this one did that, and this one this, making myself crazy. And it got to the point where I just was making myself nuts, and I just really did not want to have these thoughts. I didn't want to think like this anymore, and I asked for help, and this affirmation came to me, and I use it in my coaching sessions with my clients. I've shared it, in my career, and that affirmation is, thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, any and all others never rise above. Thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, any and all others never rise above. Thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, any and all others never rise above. And so that's one of them on repeat. So you write that down, thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, any and all others never rise above. Another affirmation is, every day I love myself more and more every day. Every day I love myself more and more every day. Every day I love myself more and more every day. So you're using these affirmations because now you've listened to your thoughts. You took like a day or two to really kind of hone into like what your default thinking is. And that's not just going to go away, right? Just because you know what it is, it's in you. We want to rewire this. So it's going to, come back, and it's going to be a part of your experience, but you want to, when it comes back, you want to come back and hit it like in the face, like pow, 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 negative default thinking with, every day I love myself more and more every day. So I'm so fat. Every day I love myself more and more. I can't do that. Every day I love myself more and more and more. I shouldn't have done. Every day I love myself more and more every day. That's what you're doing. You're immediately pivoting, and it becomes easier when you really start to catch yourself. It just becomes easier. And then it gets to a point where you can't even get out like a word of your negative default thinking. All of a sudden it's just like, nope. That's when you know like you're on your right path. So every day I love myself more and more every day. Okay, so that's another affirmation in your toolbox. And then another one that is really lovely is, I'm on my way, I'm on my path. Loving myself more is within my grasp. That's how it goes. I'm on my way, I'm on my path. Loving myself more is within my grasp. I'm on my way, I'm on my path. Loving myself more is within my grasp. And I love this one because it's, I'm on my way, I'm on my path. You're giving yourself some real self-compassion too, because you're not just going to change overnight. You're not just going to automatically like wake up and be a different person, meaning your thoughts are different, because that is a different person. Because when your thoughts are different, from that subconscious up to your conscious, then your behaviors and your actions are different. You really are a different person. Internally, there is science to talk about how your gene expression, you can rewire your gene expression. If you want to check out Joe Dispenza, he talks a lot about the science of mindset. So again, you're giving yourself this agency to know that you're on your way. You're on your way. This is a process, okay? Giving yourself that understanding and that love that it's not going to be perfect tomorrow. You're still going to call yourself fat next week. You're still going to hate on yourself and, for not eating or exercising, but it's going to get less and less and less when you start loving on yourself, supporting yourself with supportive thinking, and feeling better. You're going to start to feel more confident because you're not beating yourself up every single day. Okay, so let's go over those 3 affirmations. Every day I love myself more and more every day. Every day I love myself more and more every day. Have fun with it. Make it fun. Say it all the time. The point of an affirmation is to repeat it all the time. So it's homework. It's intentional, deliberate thinking. We are using deliberate thinking to rewire our negative default thinking. So it's deliberate. So you are doing this on the daily. Every day I love myself more and more every day. In the car, every day I love myself more and more every day. Washing dishes, thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, any and all others never rise above. While you're in the shower, thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, any and all others never rise above. While you're lying in bed before you fall asleep, I'm on my way, I'm on my path, loving myself is within my grasp. And actually, before bed and when you're right before you even open your eyes in the morning is a great time to say your affirmations, because you're in an alpha state. And when you're in that alpha state, that is when you can really start to, it's a really great energy to be in to rewire your subconscious. Now, you know that these affirmations are working when you wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and you're saying your affirmation. When they're just on all the time. And what I've also learned about affirmations in my own personal experience is that there's a period, like say for example, you're down with this, I'm on my way, I'm on my path, loving myself is within my grasp, and you're saying it, it's yours, you own it. It's been like a few weeks now maybe, or a week, I don't know, however long it is, it's your experience. And then you're going to realize after having the experience of waking up and it's there with you all the time, that one day it's just kind of gone. And it's sort of magical and it just kind of goes away. And you might even like miss it a little bit, or like, oh my God, should I keep saying my affirmation? But I believe from my experience that when it just kind of is gone like that, then it's kind of done. That step for you is done. And maybe it's time for a new affirmation to overcome something else. You're on a journey. This is a self-growth, self-love, confidence-building journey. It doesn't end with one affirmation, especially if you are really serious about this. For example, for myself, I've come a long way. That's why I'm able to sit here and share my story with you and everything that I've done. But what ends up happening, which is really fun, is when you get to this leveled up great place, and you have these new experiences, you're still learning. They're different. Now you've rewired your subconscious, you've healed your childhood trauma, you've healed and forgiven yourself and forgiven others. You've, decided to give space, create space for yourself from other people and other experiences because you really wanted to be on this journey, and you've done all those things. And now you're just, whenever it is, it could be a year from now, 2 years, 5 years. It takes time. We must allow ourselves to be on our path and on our journey. Stop criticizing yourself. This is a decision. This is not something where it's like, oh my God, it's so hard, but I can't. Yes, you can. It's a decision. Whenever you catch yourself criticizing yourself, stop it. Just stop it. I'm a little mix of Tony Robbins, hard ass, right? That's me. I'm like the love of Louise Hay and Abraham Hicks and Wayne Dyer. These are some of my mentors. They're so loving, and you're just like, oh my God, like I love Louise Hay, but I'm a New Yorker, and I have some of that Tony Robbins energy in me where it's like, just do it. No more excuses, especially if you want this. If you want to be happy, if you want to be more confident, if you want to feel better in your own skin, then just make the decision to stop it and do the things that are going to help you get to that next level. Okay, I'm transitioning from Elite Organics to my personal lifestyle and wellness coaching with Ayurveda and skin nutrition. So I'm building my personal brand and my personal website, so I don't have any fun cheat sheets for you this week. But what I would love for you to do is this homework right here. You don't need a cheat sheet from me. It's all right here. I love you all. Thank you for joining in, and go ahead and check out my next video on this. I think it's here or here. I feel like it's over here. A new beauty mindset wherever you are. Some steps to be mindful to take when you kind of feel you're losing your way on your new beauty mindset journey, or you're having a tough time. Go ahead and listen to that. Thanks so much for stopping by. Please share this with someone if you think it can help them. Go ahead and subscribe, like my channel, leave a comment. I love you all. Thank you so much.